Let's be real now. Why do you fail at wholesaling real estate? Now, the number one reason why beginners fail at wholesale real estate is that they give up too soon. And that deals with being consistent. It took me 9 months to close my very first wholesale deal. And in the beginning of those 9 months, I wasn't consistent. I didn't take it serious. I didn't stick to one marketing channel and just put all my energy and attention and focus on that one marketing channel, right? And I gave up too soon on other marketing channels. And so when I zeroed in and I decided, hey, I'm not going to give up. I'm going to just go straight at it, right? No fluff and be consistent with it. That's when everything changed. Forgive me, you all. So when I just stuck with one marketing channel and went all in, did not try to waver here or there, or didn't try to look at another shiny object marketing channel. When I stuck with one and I went all the way in, that's when things changed. So I'm going to talk about more reasons why a beginner may fail in wholesale real estate. And this is not to discourage you, but this is to encourage. Actually, this is to show you all or tell you all to avoid these things, right? And do the opposite of them, in order for you to close your very first wholesale deal and just to be consistently getting deals in your business. Now, wholesale real estate is essentially you're getting a property under contract, you're finding a buyer, an investor, a flipper, anybody who's interested in buying a distressed property to sell, to flip, or to hold as a rental, and you're selling that contract over to them. At first, it could be super confusing because you don't understand the terminology. I know for me, it took me a while to understand who's the seller. And is the seller the person like, I want to buy this house for sale? And so it could be confusing. But anyways, that's what wholesale real estate is. Let's go to the first reason. So I said because you give up too soon. I think a lot of people, they watch the TikToks, they watch the Reels, and then when they're actually in the business, they now see how difficult it is. I know I stated before in other videos that I think wholesaling is probably the most difficult part of real estate investing, because to me that's the grind. That's where you start learning everything. So it's a learning curve, right? And just like any business or sector, you have your entry level, and they have a ton of monotonous work and a lot of grind and hustle that they have to do. And then you get promoted, right, to manager, and then you get senior, and then you get executive, then you get partner, then you just go up this list. And in a business, so in real estate, it could be like wholesaling, right? That's how you got started in real estate investing. Then you actually flipped the house. Then you actually use those proceeds to buy a rental. And then you bought another rental. Then you bought a bigger rental. Then you actually built your first property. Then you bought a commercial building. And so your responsibilities are different. And so now, it's not that necessarily now being a big time landlord or a big time developer is easier to being a wholesaler. It's just that you went through all of this and things are easier for you to understand. Now you can just pick up things like that, right? And so you're able to, delegate, understand how to answer questions quickly and everything. But when you're starting, you have to understand this is the grunt, this is the grind, and you have to be consistent. So why you fail is because you give up too soon, because you think you're a developer. You think, you know this business and you've been in this business for many years. It's not that way, right? Okay, so another reason why you fail is you're not being consistent. You're not consistently sticking to one marketing channel. So for me, once I sat down and I said, okay, direct mail marketing is what I'm going to do. That's when I started to get more responses, consistent responses. And I understood, okay, I need to spend this much in order to get a deal, right? For me, once I hunkered down and stuck with direct mail, I got my first deal I went under contract after 2 months and it closed after that month. So it took me 3 months to actually collect that money. But you saw, I was spending money every single week on direct mail. And a lot of times it would be the same exact list. I would get a list of about 1,000, 1,500 people. And I could pull a list from maybe driving for dollars, going around your neighborhood, writing down different addresses that look distressed, right? And sending out mailers. That's a free and easy way to do that. Another way is to use a software, just pay, a small monthly fee, like PropStream. If you all are interested in PropStream, use my link down below. You get a 7 free day trial, and you get a discounted rate if you decide to use PropStream. And you can pull lists. You can pull like 1,500 lists, or even thousands more than that. But you can get that list, and you can even mail directly on PropStream. Or you can just mail if you have another company or other things, so you can find a seller. But it's not only for mailers. Of course, you can use that list to cold call. You can use that list to text. You can run TV ads, radio ads. You just have to be consistent with one marketing. Now, if you have a lot of capital, try to do all of them and just see which one works best, and just do it consistently. That's the main thing. Do it consistently. You're consistent with one marketing channel. And then after that, you just stick to it and give yourself over 3 months, 3 months the minimum, to one marketing channel, and see if you're saying, oh wow, I'm actually getting more of a response. Not that you just got a deal, but you're getting so many responses, and you're actually getting some interested sellers, right? That's key. And so you continue doing that, and then you can land a deal, right? And then you can close that deal. Okay, those are the reasons why you fail. So, it's because you give up too soon and you're not consistent. So the way to not fail, or the way to actually do well in this business, is to don't give up. And when I say don't give up, it's like giving up too soon, right? Honestly, if you really been trying and been consistently doing it for a year and you don't have a deal, or not a year, let's say a year and a half, 18 to 24 months, then you have to reconsider, is this your thing, right? Or maybe it's the market that you're in, or something like that. But if your market is okay, you should be able to get responses. You should be able to go out there, meet sellers and all that, or be in the business and see some sort of traction. And then number 2, I talked about not being consistent. So just be consistent with one marketing channel, one area, and just see how it works. Now, I'm not the type of YouTuber or person that would say never give up, because some things are just not for people, and don't force your way through something. If this business is not for you, it's not for you. And so if you tried 18 months and you were consistent and you actually poured some money into it, and now it's starting to hurt more and more, yeah, try something else. Go a different route. Maybe try a free route of wholesaling real estate, going through Zillow or the MLS in order to find your wholesale deal. All right, you all, hope you all enjoyed this video on why you fail at wholesaling. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment down below. All right, talk to y'all later.